Shalom, shalom. Today we're going to talk about, have a look into the scriptural importance of hair and your beard for men, of course. We're going to check out just different places in scripture which do talk about commands on the hair and the beard, and just going to cover some interesting facts too while we're at it. So we'll begin by just discussing the different benefits of having longer hair. Alright, so I'm just going to list them out. The first one's increased intuition. Firstly, I just want to say that all this is scientifically proven. Right, this is fact. You can look it up for yourself. Yeah, so increasing the benefits are increased intuition, higher IQ, increased awareness, increased brain activity, increased thyroid functioning, increased sexual hormonal balance, increased amounts of cosmic energy, which basically is just your natural energy levels throughout the day. And provides an information highway which reaches the brain, because your hair in a way is like an antenna, so it picks up information from your environment around you. It's really cool how it works. It's strange, but it's true. Just another thing I want to talk about is the fact that Hitler himself knew that shaving hair, the effects of shaving hair. And everyone in his concentration camps, in his FEMA camps, he shaved their heads. Because what is the effect of shaving one's head? They naturally become timid, docile, and submissive. Everything that a ruler or a conqueror, such as Hitler, would like achieving. If you've got people timid, if you got people submissive and docile, then they're not going to question authority, they're not going to speak up, they're not going to rally. Alright? And I guess that's another reason why the military, the Air Force, and the Navy all have that, number one all over, or that short flat top, mega short hair, because, the government wouldn't want someone questioning authority. And if they had an order to do something which was against their good conscience, then if they have shorter hair, then they're naturally more timid. It's exactly what the elite want. So yeah, also having longer hair increases your confidence too. So they're just some facts about hair. And yeah, so we'll move on to what scripture says, what we're allowed to do and what we're not allowed to do. We'll turn to Leviticus chapter 19 verse 27, and it reads, "Do not round the corner of your head, nor destroy the corner of your beard." Alright, so it's saying right here that we're not allowed to shave, because when you're shaving, you're destroying your beard. That's exactly what it says not to do here. Same thing with your hair, the hair on your head. Alright, we're allowed to, with the beard, we're allowed to keep it, to trim it, to keep it naturally looked after, I guess. We're allowed to trim it, but destroying it completely, shaving it off, that's against Torah, that's against Yahuwah's commands. So yeah, there are places in scripture which talk about people shaving their hair, and that's when they mourn for the dead, and that's found in the book of Jeremiah chapter 47 verse 5, and also the book of Ezekiel chapter 27 verse 31, and lastly the book of Micah chapter 1 verse 16. So yeah, it wasn't something Yashar'al did, it wasn't something the males of Yashar'al did. They didn't go around, it wasn't a trend back then, it wasn't the accepted fashion. because it's going against Yahuwah's commands. That's not something Yashar'al did, or encouraged for that matter. So Yashar'al naturally had longer hair than the Gentiles. The Gentiles were renowned for their short hair, basically like what's encouraged today. You'll see all these commercials on TV, and they got people shave, they got people the latest shaving product, and they're just like, they're trying to encourage people shaving it. That's exactly against Yahuwah's commands. That's not something we should be doing. Same with actors, celebrities, whatever, having short hair. We're called to be set apart, and for the males out there of Yashar'al, that is for having beards and longer hair, right? And the exception of that, where the males of Yashar'al did have exceptionally long hair, was when they've taken the vow of the Nazarite. That's an example. An example of that is Samson. He took the vow of the Nazarite, and he had incredible strength due to that. He had taken the vow since birth, since he was in his mother's womb, as it says in the book of Judges, chapter 16, verse 17. It says, "No razor has ever come upon my head, for I have been a Nazarite to Elohim from my mother's womb. If I have shaven, then my strength would leave me, and I would become as weak as any other man." So, it says right here that he gets his strength from that vow. And a part of that vow of the Nazarite is not to shave your head, along with not having wine, strong drink, vinegar made from wine or strong drink, and you're not allowed to shave your head, and you're not allowed to touch any corpses. Otherwise, you'll defile that vow to Elohim of separation. Okay, so yeah, there's also a famous saying, if your dad doesn't have a beard, then you've got 2 mums. Right? It's so true, because the beard is a sign of masculinity among Yashar'al males. It's just like a lion. If you see the really dominant, superior lions, they have a big mane, and if you were to shave that mane off, then they'd be naked. It'd be a shameful thing. They'd lose their masculinity. They'd lose their dominance, their power. Same thing with our beard. It's just one of those things that we distinguish males from females. Okay, so yeah, men, keep that beard, obey Yahuwah, look like a man. Right, I'm still in the progress of getting one myself. But yeah, what's the word? I'm not genetically gifted in that regard. So, still working on it. But yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about today. Just bring up different facts which you mightn't have heard of, and just the command itself, not to destroy the corners of your beard or your hair. Okay, that is something Gentiles did encourage back then, as they do today. Alright, there's nothing new under the sun. So yeah, that's all for today, family. It's just a quick video. Yeah, take care. May Yahuwah be with you. Shalom.